All right, here's the tech educational video for the week. I'm a day late on this. I intended to do these on Mondays. I'm already running into something that I think is going to shift the way that I'm approaching this channel, and that is I started with this goal of having consistent, clear, like video categories that I would aim for Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. But I think ultimately that's not proving to be effective for me, and I think the main thing that needs to be done is just when I have a clear idea about a video that I think is worth making, then I make that video. And then I'm not going to worry so much about staying to some specific schedule, because what seems to end up happening is it just becomes this looming thing over my head that then I don't even make something that I should make because I have to fulfill. It's like maybe cops and their quotas, that they give out speeding tickets that are unnecessary because you have to hit your quota. I suppose that happens. No offense to cops, but I think some of you guys probably do that sometimes. But yeah, I think that's the effect that it's having on me, and I'd rather just make the videos that I think are really worth making and just be better about staying consistent on making those and coming up with those ideas. I think that's the main thing I need to do, is have consistent effort that's put into coming up with the ideas. So some of my internal process there, I'm revamping some different things about the way I'm doing things in my studio, but also with my website and my approach to music that I'm pretty excited about. I don't know if other people will be, because they're simple things. They're not like game-changing, groundbreaking things, although they might be game-changing. They're just not groundbreaking, if that makes sense, because I've had these conceptual commitments to things that have required so much from me to maintain and build, and now I'm starting to think that they're just completely unnecessary, and there's smarter, more economical approaches to these things, and so I'm excited about it. But with that said, this is a review of this OPPSK light, and the only thing I want to add to the review that I shot on my iPhone that I'm putting right now is that I don't have a great sense about the bang for the buck that you get with this light, because I don't really know the landscape of lights and costs, and that OPPSK sent me this light. Now, I've purchased lights from them in the past, and I've been really happy with those lights that I have. I think OPPSK is maybe an unknown brand to some extent, but they make good lights. So I think the bang for your buck is probably decent. I don't know specifically with this light, but I will say that I think it's a really cool light, and if I were to guess, I think it's probably worth the money. I don't think you're not getting gypped by any regard. If you do your homework, maybe you could find a light that's you could find an equivalent light for less money, but I don't know. I think it's a pretty good light. So I'll leave that, and I'll put my iPhone video now. All right, we're going to do a review of the OPPSK Stage Wash Light Bar, RGB background LEDs, and 120 watt RGBW wall washer. So right now you can see those are the 120 watt RGBW wall washers that are on. For me, one of the coolest things about this light are the background LEDs. I think they give this really cool effect, what you can see right now. I don't know that it comes through as well on the phone, but in person, they just have a really neat, they got this soft neon glow to them that's just really pleasant to the eye. I don't know, it makes me, I feel good. I feel good just looking at them. and so I'd say that's a pretty good thing. I don't know how much light the background LEDs are going to actually cast into the environment, but that's the point of the washers anyway. But what I think the background LEDs do is just create this subtle, nice vibe. They're an ambiance or a tapestry, if I can use that word. I want to look at the back here so you can see there's your settings right there, smack in the middle, and then on the left you have a power out and DMX out and DMX in and power in. If you want to have really good control of the light, obviously you're going to want to do that, but it does come, you're going to want to use DMX, but it does come with a remote, and so you have a decent amount of control in the remote. It also comes with a tripod stand, because you can actually set this upright. You could just stand this light. I even thought maybe I would do that at a solo acoustic gig, is just stand the light upright and find some neat setting to just give a little color and vibe to my solo acoustic sets. So I think that's a pretty neat creative insight or foresight that OPPSK had with this particular light. Its usability might have more context than you would suppose. I think that's probably all I want to say about it. I think it's a good light. If I didn't already say this, the construction of it, I think, is the materials feel like good, strong materials. It feels like it's well built, it's well made, and I would expect that it will last for years to come. And I think that's all I want to say about it. I guess the last thing I could say would be, at first I tried to put it on the stand, and I know next to nothing about the compatibility of stands and lights, but if I wanted this light to be centered, or the standardization, of stands and lights. But if I wanted this light to be centered on this stand, then I would need to get clamps that can attach these lights, which you can order off Amazon, so that I can, because the holes on this stand don't quite line up for this to be centered if I attach it just the way they are now. But if I got some clamps, then I can just attach the light, wherever I want on the stand. So that would be the way to go. Yeah, that's my review of this light, and have a good day.